Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing the new Arven's Mabosstiff EX from the newly released set Destined Rivals. So with that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do have a 3-3 line of the Arven's Maschiff and Arven's Mabosstiff EX. This will be our main attacker for this deck, and we're mostly interested in that first attack, the Vigorous Tackle. For the 1 colorless energy, we can do 30 base damage and then an extra 120 more damage if we have no damage counters on this Pokemon. And then we also have a 3-3 line of the Arven's Skwovet as well as Arven's Greedent for that ability Greedy Order. When we play this Pokemon from our hand to evolve it up, we can get up to 2 Arven's sandwiches from the discard pile into our hand. And then we also do run the 3 copies of the Munkidori here for the Adrenabrain ability. Once during your turn, if we have a Dark Energy attached to Munkidori, we can move over 3 damage counters from one of our Pokemon over to one of your opponents. And then lastly, for our draw engine, we have a 2-2 line of the Varoom and Revavroom for that Rumbling Engine ability. Once per turn, you can discard an energy card to draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. And then moving on to our trainer cards, a important item card to note here will be the 4 copies of the Arven Sandwich here, where we can heal 30 damage from our active Pokemon, and if that Pokemon is an Arven's Pokemon, we can heal 100 damage instead. And then moving on to our Stadium cards, we have the 3 copies of Levincia, where once during each player's turn, they can get 2 Lightning Energies from their discard pile back into their hand. And then for supporters, we have the 4 Arven for getting an item card and a tool card. The 1 Boss's Orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The 2 copies of Crispin, where you can search out your deck for 2 basic energy cards of different types, and then put 1 into your hand, and then attach 1 to one of your Pokemon. And then we do have the 4 copies of Iono for draw support, as well as hand disruption. And lastly, the 1 copy of Professor Turo's Scenario, where we can put 1 Pokemon in play back into our hand, and then discard any attached cards. And then for our Ace spec, we have the Hero's Cape. We can attach this to a Pokemon to get an extra 100 HP. So ideally, we want to attach this to Arven's Mabosstiff EX. And then we have the 1 copy of Rescue Board. And then lastly, we do have the 2 copies of the TM Evolution. Ideally, we do want to go second on the first turn of the game, so that we can quickly evolve up 2 of our benched Pokemon in a single turn. And then lastly, for our energy cards, we have the 4 basic Dark Energies and 3 basic Lightning Energies. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. There's not a really great starting hand here. Like, you either use the Arven or the Crispin, but then either way you don't have the TM Evolution with Crispin though. But you need the energy, but you can't get Buddy-Buddy Poffin because you need Earthen Vessel. So let's see, looks like it's gonna be Charizard. So yeah, we won the coin toss and we decided to go second, and no mulligans from neither one of us. Okay, Arven Artisan helps us out. I guess all we can do is just play Arven for Buddy Poffin, even though we can't use TM Evolution. I guess maybe next turn. Oh no, wait, we get the energy card. Okay, that changes everything. Let's get Maschiff and Varoom, and then for Artisan we'll get the Munkidori. Because it has 90 HP, we couldn't get it with the Buddy Poffin. So they go for Brock Scouting, And do they have the rare candy? Wow, they have it. What is that? Turn 2 Charizard? Yeah. Let's go into Mabosstiff and Munkidori. Let's go for the 150. Let's see, they play Ultra Ball. Is this for another Charizard? It is. It's basically a Charizard party over there. See, they use Iono. Not the worst, because at least we got 6 cards now. Okay, we get Cape. We'll put 30 damage on the Pidgey. Use the Revavroom. Oh, wow, we're still just short by 20 damage on us. Oh well, we'll just go for the 30 here. Now it's so close to the KO. They play Arven. I think they're probably going to retreat out now. Counter Catcher, TM Evolution. Okay, they just go for the 180. They don't even retreat out here. Interesting. Yeah, let's knock out the Pidgey. And then let's start putting damage counters on the benched Charizard. Greedent. Yeah, let's move another 30. Heal up the last 40 damage here. Yeah, let's just go for the KO. 360 total, so yeah, we do knock them out. So what we get here, Greedent and Rescue Board. Not too bad. Just one Dark Energy in the discard, so nothing really super odd. I feel like we basically win this. There is not much they can do in my opinion, especially since they didn't get their Pidgeot down. Counter Catcher for Munkidori. And they bossed us, which is pretty strange. Not sure why they did that. Yeah, they just concede here. And we get a mulligan. So yeah, they won the coin toss and they decided to go first, had us go for second, and we took one mulligan at least. This will put Munkidori in front since it can't evolve. And I wonder what deck this is going to be. Is this going to be a metal deck, like our Chaladon? No, looks like it's going to be Steven's Metagross. And they have Hopsashian also. Yeah, let's use Iono. Let's hope we can get a Buddy Poffin or Maschiff and Varoom. Okay, all we get is the Maschiff. Ooh, it looks like one got... Oh no, the other one's in our hand. At least we can repeat that with the Arven. We can get Buddy Poffin now of Arven and another TM evolution. Hop's Bag. They get Snorlax. So it looks like they're probably not really all in for the Stevens deck in terms of like tanking this. They're probably just going for the energy acceleration that they get from it. They go to Tatsugiri for attract customers. They do find an Arven, so maybe TM evolution. Or a rare candy to get that Metagross into play. Yeah, they do get rare candy, so maybe they have Ultra Ball or Metagross in hand. Hop's Choice Band. Yeah, there's rare candy Metagross. They go for the X-Boot. Okay, so they just kind of split it up. They put a Psychic on the Metagross and the Metal on Zacian. Yeah, it looks like Hero's Cape got prized. Oh no, we already have it in play actually. get Mabosstiff and Revavroom. Yeah, there goes Team Evolution. Yeah, this is a pretty slow game in terms of startup. Attract customers, got them nothing. And looks like they just might pass. Oh no, right, they still have the X-Boot. And the Ultra Ball. This is going to be Mew EX. Bravery Charm and Canter Catcher, both pretty good cards. Yeah, it is for the Mew EX, so they can draw 2 now. Which really isn't too bad. Yeah, let's go for Rumbling Engine. 3 cards. Wow, nothing too great. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I'm thinking maybe to Gust or Snorlax, honestly. Because we just have really no way of dealing with this, like... We are just in a pretty bad spot. We need Rescue Board to get out of the active. Because I don't want to really waste energy. Like, we need Arven here. Postwick. So, they don't have Free Retreat. Let's see what they do for the X-Boot. They have to attach it to a Psychic or Metal Pokemon. Yeah. Okay, so that probably brought us a turn or so. Wow, that is so bad. Let's pass. This is so bad. We're just not finding what we need here. They're even starting to attach energies now onto the Mew EX. And they gust us here for Revavroom. Yeah, this game is not going to go anywhere too quick now. Buddy Poffin, let's end turn. We don't even have an energy card here. They play Arven. Switch and TM Devolution. Hoping for energy, Crispin, Arven. Okay, that works. go for Rumbling Engine, 3 cards. Should we Iono? No, there's no point. Let's go for the 115. See, they X-Boot. I wonder if they have even any energies left because they have so many in play. Okay, they do get Psychic onto Mew. Yeah, they just go for the Metal Stomp. Nice even 200, so you can heal it up fairly nicely. Oh no, I think we're gonna go for Iono here. Yeah, let's heal up for the sandwich. Put out Levincia. Draw another 3 cards. Yeah, let's just go for the KO. That last 30 damage that we were able to move over definitely got us the KO over there. But kind of late, because they already used X-Boot like, what, 3 times? Levincia and Ultra Ball. They go into Mew EX. So let's see what they do here. Energy Recycler. So they're gonna get a whole pile of energies back into the deck. Was that at least 5? It was 4. Still not too bad. At least they can't hit us for weakness here. They don't have. It doesn't look like they have any grass Pokemon. And looks like they're gonna go for the Geome Hacking. They put down another Beldum. So no Fezandipity or Latias EX. Yeah, they go for the 210. Yeah, we already hit Mew for weakness, so we don't have to put any damage counters on Mew here. Put them all on Zacian. And is there anything for Arven here? And maybe get Rescue Board. Yeah, let's go for the 300. So we don't have any more bosses in the deck, so we can't really just gust whatever we want. So we're just gonna have to take the single prizers they give us. No, they go right into Zacian. So this will be pretty quick. We basically lose this. Like, I feel like the most they can do with the Brave Slash is 330, I believe, with the Snorlax, Choice Band, and Postwick, because that's plus 90. Yeah. They just concede here. And this is looking pretty decent. They mulligan Darkened Metal. So yeah, we won the coin toss and we decided to go second for this game here. They took 4 mulligans. And I didn't see any Pokemon in any of these mulligans. So not even evolution Pokemon. They open the Squawk. So it looks like there's Duraludon, or I mean Archaludon. Very likely. Yeah. But that is pretty insane. The 4 mulligans? That is pretty bad. Looks like they're going to probably Squawk and Seize here. No, they Ultra Ball first. Research and Watchtower. For Munkidori. So is this going to be with Poison? Or, I don't know. They get rid of the Research. Relicanth. Another Nest Ball, Iron Bundle. Yeah, let's go for TM Evolution. Okay, Mabosstiff and Revavroom. Let's see what they do here. Let's see, heads. So I think they put 20 damage on us. Yeah, put them on Mabosstiff and yeah, we're just gonna pass. Yeah, they got rid of our stadium card up fairly quickly there, and they gust us for Varoom. Yeah. I guess we're gonna Turo here. Rebench it. Go for the 150. Earthen Vessel. Wow, they have definitely ran out of cards in their hand. They just got energy cards. So they're probably going to use the Iron Bundle, I think. They're going to move damage over. And yeah, let's just go for knockout. 2 prize cards, not too bad. Kind of surprised they didn't use the Motivate or something. Mabosstiff and Ultra Ball. They go into Duraludon. Something tells me we still have the Hero's Cape Pie in the deck, so we definitely want to dig that up. They move damage over. I don't think they have the Archaludon though. And they Turo Duraludon back into their hand. So yeah, Cape is in the deck. Lightning Energy. Yeah, that's definitely pretty bad for them. They go into Duraludon, 0 card hand. Yeah, they just concede here. Well, those are all the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.